I said, yeah. He goes, well, if you see that high rye bourbon, let me know. I said, all right, I'll let you know. And I saw a store that dropped it, and came and it went. And then another store that I go to frequently had it on their website. So I sent Gandhi a link, and I said, you should be able to order this and just tell him that I will pick it up. And then 15 minutes later, I get a message from Dave. Hey, I ordered one of those bottles too. Can you pick it up for me? I said, sure, no problem. And I said, well, if I'm picking up a bottle for Gandhi and for Dave, I might as well order one myself. So went down there and was able to pick up the 3 bottles. And
sure, appreciate
they sold out that day. Later on that day, they were all gone. So
that was a good pop.
Yeah.
I'm using the Stay Trashy.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Actually,
I figured I'd overpour this one because that's what I'll drink this for the rest of the night.
You guys are one up of me already. I just went with a regular Glen. See?
Okay, I just poured 4 ounces. Okay, so
okay. Yeah, you can go pretty deep on those glasses.
It's gonna be a good one.
You got to be careful. So, you know what I mean? Gets you in trouble, Gandhi.
But so these glasses, I was saying, I love them. The nose you get on this thing is incredible. But if you do have one of these glasses, be very careful because it's not a Glencairn. It holds a lot of liquid. So you got to pour shallow. Otherwise, you can get messed up pretty quickly. And you're like, man, I only had one drink. Why am I feeling the way I feel? Because these glasses are deep. So you don't want to go too deep. And that's what she said.
So without further ado, let me bring the man, the myth, the legend up here. Mr. Whiskey Wisdom himself. So hold on a second. Let me get him up here on stage.
Man, I really don't want to be on this show. Oh, what's up, brother? How you doing, Mikey?
What's going on, Matt?
I love that intro, man. Just a silent countdown. Everybody can just appreciate their own thoughts, a little meditation. It was nice.
When I started watching and everything like that, I think I was hanging out with RJ, and he said, "Hey, my buddy's going back to streaming. We got to watch him and everything like that." So he gave us a link, and we all jumped on your show on Friday night. And I remember sitting there when your show started. I was like, "Holy shit!" I said, "Look at this." You had all that intro stuff and all. I was like, "Wow, this guy's like." I said, "What the hell is he? How the hell does he do all this shit, man?" You know? And then your camera came up and you were standing where you're standing and the bottles. I was like, my God, look at all the bottles this guy got. Little did I know we become friends. It's kind of crazy.
There you go.
So that would have been funny if I fell down. I just realized there's the little groundhog.
It's a Saturday night. Gonna know why. We're rolling live with WV Bourbon Guy. Hey! Glass on the table, bottle in hand. We're talking hometown stories from a laid-back land. From the hills to your sofa, come and pull up a chair. We're sharing poles with friends, glad to see you there. WV Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing poles with friends, everything feels light. Hit that like, drop a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WV Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, yeah, we're sharing poles with friends by the neon light. Woo! slow burn. Every sip's a good excuse to laugh and learn. So tell us where you're watching, tap your story in the line, hit that share for the party, let it spread online. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pours with friends, everything feels right. Hit that like, drop a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, yeah, we're sharing pours with friends by the neon light. Oh yeah. Raise that glass to the chat rolling by. Oh yeah. We're all side by side under one brown sky. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pours with friends. Everything feels right. Hit that like, top a comment, pull up and stay, sharing the fun, don't you click away. WB Bourbon Guy, we're live tonight, sharing pours with friends on a Saturday
Hey, everybody. Yep, I'm clicking away, not knowing what I'm clicking on. I feel like Tyler the other day on the Bourbon and Balls podcast. Appreciate everyone being here. Charles, congratulations to you. You are the winner chicken dinner in the, I guess, pregame, however you want to call it. So appreciate everybody joining here. I am a little sluggish tonight. I'm not going to lie. So Thursday night did me in. Still not fully, I guess, fully recovered. So hung out with Charlie and everybody. And then our smaller group got together because we cracked open. Well, I had already gotten it, but everyone else got the Poor Decisions Onyx and Amber bottle. So we jumped on the Google Meets and hung out there, and it was coming up on midnight. And then Mark with Northwest Bourbon goes on, and everyone says, let's go over to Mark's and hang out on his show. So I thought everyone was going on the show. So we went on the show, and there I am hanging out. And it was close to 2 o'clock on a school night that I was up and ended up going to bed, was dragging my rear end on Friday, and hung out last night with everybody. We had a blast doing our sample swap and bottle swap event. So thanks to Keith Glandon for putting that on. And here we are tonight. And today, as some of you know, I know there's been some crazy AI videos that have been circulating. I have a good friend that has a Christmas tree farm locally. And today we were there planting trees. So we planted about 1,600 trees today. So it was a long day, hot, out in the sun. And yeah, I am freaking dragging right now. So hopefully I am going to be good to go for the rest of the evening. We'll see what happens. Got a few things lined up. So we do not have a Beyond the Shelf tonight. nobody's volunteering. So some of you people, you need to volunteer. You need to, hit me up on email or Discord, whatever. Come on the show, have a little fun. We want to see what your selection is like, and see how we compare to each other. Right? That's what we do. So let's get to chat real quick. It seems like all y'all are having a grand old time saying hello to each other. And for those of you who are coming in and joining and everything like that, I know Doc's streaming tonight. He's got his couples events going on and everything like that. So, hey, if you're here, thank you for being here. If you're not, well, hopefully you come back and join and check out the content later on. So, first one in tonight, Torup. Hey, man, appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Cheers to you. I got my man, Corey. Cheers, Corey. Hope you're doing well. Got my, I just clicked on the wrong thing and the whole chat just jumped back to the present. So let me scroll back up. And here we go. All right. So, Mike, appreciate you being here. Don't know if you're working, but if you are, stay safe. And thank you for doing what you do to protect the community. William, appreciate you being here. So Google Meets, it's pretty simple. You click on the link. It'll ask you, it'll probably take over your phone. If you're on your phone, it's your phone and your camera. And then usually you click enter and we'll let you in. Now, I know last week I stepped away for a few seconds, so I don't know maybe if you tried to get in when I stepped away, but we're going to do one again tonight. So hopefully you can come and join us. Would love to meet with you and chat in person, or in person, but over video, obviously. Mr. Renstrom, cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. There he is, Mr. Doyle Brunson himself, Brian Callahan. Cheers to you. Brian played poker last night. For those of you who don't know, Doyle Brunson was a famous poker player. Gerald, cheers to you. I got your message, and I will be getting those samples over to you. So cheers to you, buddy. Dave, cheers to you. I'm not sure if you're home, if you're still at your dad's or what's going on, but appreciate you jumping on and being here. Cheers, buddy. Righty. Let me get down to some... hold on a second here. I got a lot of people. Okay, we got Patrick Littledew. Cheers, buddy. Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. Tracy, cheers to you. I hope you're doing well. I know you're a little sleepy last night. We won't say what happens in meats stays in meats. Glad you're here, Tracy. Mr. BTM Bourbon Reviews channel. Or Reviews Bourbon channel. I always screw that up. David, appreciate you being here, buddy. Did you go hunting today? Did you get anything good? Let us know. Okay, let me see here. Ooh, man. All right. Everybody's back and forth saying hello. There she is. She is the Princess of Whiskey in Kentucky, Mrs. Sandy Jones. Thank you, Sandy, for being here. Cheers to you. Hopefully you had a good time with Charlie and Gandhi today at the old Rick, or as Jeff would say, Cox's Creek. Righty. Oh, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend, Whiskey Wisdom. Matt, appreciate you being here, buddy. I was a little worried about you Thursday night. You went through, you hit that bottle pretty hard, buddy. Pretty hard. So hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully your reorganization of your shelf is going well, and you're hanging out, sipping a few, and enjoying the show. What's up, Charlie? Cheers to you, buddy. I got this great picture this morning. I guess Charlie and Gandhi were heading to Kentucky to pick up some things, and let's see if I can. I get this text message, and oops, there they are. Two smiling faces. They're two guys going to pick up some bottles and drink some bourbon. So hopefully you guys had a successful day. Appreciate you being here. Oops, Put that back there so I don't. Oh, all righty. Cool. All right. Keep going. Gerald's better half. Christy, appreciate you being here. Cheers to you. Righty. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Scrolling down, scrolling down. Oh, there he is. Mr. Rye Guy. Cheers to you, Charles. Congrats on your big win. Dave didn't win tonight. So, shocker. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend. This guy, you know, name a distiller, they probably know Chris. Appreciate you being here, Chris. Hopefully you got back from your trip with your kids and you guys did well in your competition. Righty. Let me see what we got going on here. Ooh. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Here we are. What's up, Scott? Appreciate you being here. Cheers. Guys, you need to go check. If you're not subscribed to Scott and Arthur over there at Artfully Bourbon, go check those guys out. Some of the best between them and I would say On the Barrel, two of the best channels on WhiskeyTube as far as editing and video presentation. Incredible. Let's see here. Oh, the International Man of Mystery. Scotty, appreciate you being here, man. I know you're out in the open seas. We've been seeing some pictures. Hopefully you're not bumpy waters or nice, calm, and cool. Hopefully your dinner was good this evening. Cheers to you. Appreciate you being here. Righty. Oops. I missed somebody. Nope. Charlie again. Here he is. The laugh that you can you get into a Google Meets, you know if John's there. You don't have to see him. All you do is hear him. He's probably laughing right now. Cheers, John. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Mr. Hazmat himself, Dollar Bill Will. What's up, Will? Appreciate you being here, buddy. Cheers, Jackie. Appreciate you joining. Cheers to you. Ooh, look at that. I think oh my God. Alrighty. I think I'm at the bottom. Woohoo. Right. Got through everything. So cheers, everybody. So what is everybody sipping on tonight? You know, I starting off with a little single barrel from 1792. Nice 98.6 proof. There he is. I think he finally woke up from his nap this afternoon. Where is he? Oop, I thought, was he there? There he is. Oops. Why can't I? There we go. Cheers to you, Mr. Gandy Road. Hopefully you're doing well. You getting into that bottle already tonight? I hope not. We'll see what happens. So, ooh, nice, Mike. Knob Creek. Oops, wrong one. Knob 12. That is probably, so in the Virginia ABC, it is allocated and it's a little bit higher price. It's all over Maryland. So to me, that's a shelfer that is just a solid pour. 100 proof, perfect age, I think. Not too oaky, but just very good to sip. Cheers to you, Mike. Righty. Let's see what we got. Oh, black Dave. So Dave's doing a black cap. So shocker. Dave actually first time I ever had a black cap. It was Mr. Vogelsang who brought it to Baltimore for a bottle share and got to try my first. That was my opening pour that night, courtesy of Mr. Vogelsang. It was a good time. Righty. Let me see. Oops. Hold on. How do I? There we go. The comments are rolling through, and finally the chat in StreamYard is actually working well, so it's not lagging behind the other chat and everything like that. So that is very, very, very good. So tonight, what I'm doing is I picked up So I had a bottle of, let me just pull it up here real quick. So this is the blind that I'm going to be doing tonight. So I got these poured up. They're in, yes, Dave, 1 ounce sample bottles just for a blind. And I've got them numbered on the bottom. And I thought it'd be interesting because to me, Jack Daniel's single barrel proofs, both the rye and then the whiskey, they're phenomenal. They're good. Both of these are single barrel picks. All right. And then I had the 13th Colony bourbon, and I just recently picked up the 13th Colony rye. So I figured, oh, I'd love to be able to try them. And I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a fair comparison because the Jack Daniels do have very distinct notes, but I figured it'd be fun, see how the 13th Colony stacks up. So this is going to be the duck race for tonight. And then I do want to do so with I'm going to see if this works because I don't know if I put this up here and I don't know if there's a way for me to pin it somehow. And I'm not sure if I can do that within nope, probably not. Alrighty, let's see if I'm waiting for it to pop up on my chat over here. So this is the first time I'm trying to do a poll, but the poll is I have some other single barrels that I can include as a bonus pour. So one of them is the 21090. It's the Bourbon Junkies Essence, and that is a 122 proof. It is the bourbon. It's Green River sourced. The other one is the Bourbon Judge. So this is the Bourbon Judge and Bourbon Hunter Sagamore single barrel pick that they recently did. And then I have a Horse Soldier 10-year single barrel, which is 132 proof. And then I have a Rare Character single barrel. It's a GLN, for those of you who are River Roots nerds, or Rare Character nerds. It's GLN 128, and it's 113.66 proof. So kind of put it in the chat for me. What would you like to see the bonus pour be as part of the duck race or anything like that? And we'll throw that in there as well. So it'll be 5 2-ounce samples of all that stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing this evening. And I thought the poll would work, but let me see. Let me try to put that up there again. I'm going to see if it pops up on my, I don't know if I can. I thought there was a way if I did the poll in here. So let me see. Hold on. Is there a way to do a poll here? And I'm learning on the fly, people. This is what's so cool and frustrating about doing live streams. Nope. Let me see. I don't know. Nope. I can't do anything with that. Nope. And it won't let me. It just says stage placement, but it doesn't tell me I can put it in the chat or anything like that, and it's not giving me an option. All right, so I'm just going to hide it, and you guys can type it into the chat if you could. That would be appreciative, and then we'll go from there and see what we can do. Renstrom, I don't know if you're able to keep track, but if you could, that would be awesome. And just let me know later. We'll include a 2 ounce of one of those bottles, and we'll go from there. So, yeah. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna. About 5 o'clock tonight, I was on my couch, and I got home from my buddy's Christmas tree farm. Get ready to go out and cook dinner, and I was like, I just want to close my eyes and go to sleep. So never doing that on a Thursday ever again. Just way too trying and just beat me up. So put that up there for those of you who would like to get involved in the action tonight. All right, let's see. There we go. Thank you, Dave. You're the best. So vote 1 for for the essence, 2 for stag, 3 for horse shoulder, 4 for the rare character. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. So Matthew, cheers to you. That's a new name. John, your brother maybe? I'm assuming. We'll see. Don't know. Let us know in the chat. Appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting these things poured up. And the way I have them set up is on the bottom, I've got little numbers. So that's a 3. Well, I don't know if that's a 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way I have it set up is it's the Jack Daniel's Rye is 1. Number 2 is the 13th Colony Bourbon. Number 3 is the Jack Daniel's Whiskey. And number 4 is the 13th Colony Rye. So for those of you who don't know, I don't have any fancy spinning wheels or any of that kind of stuff. But what I normally do is I have a fancy green Crown Royal bag. And I put my samples in there and just kind of mix them up. One of these days I'm going to be doing this and a little too hard, and I'm going to have a bottle that's going to break, and I'm going to end up covered in whiskey. But for the time being, this is the easiest way to kind of mix things up and do the old stuff. Now, hold on one second. Oop, no, okay. All right, I got nervous there on my other side. I clicked on the actual stream, and I was frozen on that screen. I said, oh shit, did I screw something up? Nope, did not. Thank God. So cool. Let me just pop this out. So I have it. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to get these things poured up, and we're going to go through, and we're going to do a little blind live. And I apologize because we don't have anybody who's stepping up for the whole on the shelf action and everything like that. So we're going to pour in this order. So I got 4 Glens here. So this sample, I'm going to pour into the Devil's Due Glen. This sample here, we're going to pour into, this is an Epic Glen. Try not to mix these up. And I'm going to do this here. This is the Whiskey Row Glen. I forgot I had that. Just grabbed 4 Glens tonight. All right. And then the last one. Go in here. So this is, I think this is a Bruzel thing. It says Bourbon Hunter, but it's not Bourbon Hunter. The Bourbon Hunter. It's just, I think it's a glass I got from Bruzel at some point along the way. Awesome. All righty. Got them all poured up. And for those of you who are new to coming to the stream and all that kind of fun stuff, I do the old KISS method when I do these things. So it's, I do 1, basically going to rate them 1 through 4, 1 being the best. There's the best nose, who has the best palate, and what has the best finish. That's what I do. And then the one with the lowest score is obviously the winner. So I'm just going to write these down over here. All right. And this is nose, palate, finish. See, it's not scientific, right? Very simple and easy. All righty. So the way I'm doing this, and please someone remind me later in case I have too much of this and get a little tipsy. So I'm sitting here from my left to right. So left is going to be 1, 2, 3, and the far right hand side is going to be number 4 in the blind. All right. Okay. Oh, not getting much of anything on that. That's interesting. A little bit of oak, a little bit of caramel, some vanilla. So I'm thinking it's going to be a bourbon, probably definitely not a rye, but again, trying not to guess what they are. I'm just trying to guess what tastes better. Okay. Let me. Well, that's molasses. That's like dark sugars. And I would guess I know what that is already, just based on the nose. But so let me see here. Right now, that's leader in the clubhouse. Number 3. That one smells really good too. Wow. Very similar to number 2. Could I put the 2 ryes next to each other? Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to say that's number 2. Ooh, now that one there. Let me go back to number 1. Hold on. Wow. That's interesting. That one's got a real dark fruit, molasses, kind of burnt sugar on it. That smells really good. Wow. If I had a guess, I mean, 2, 3, and 4 are probably right across and even with each other. But number 2, I said, had the best nose. It was really, really good. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to do number 3 as number 2. Number 3 is number 3. Number 4 is 2, and number 1 is 4. So for those of you keeping score on the nose, sample. Well, it's not number 1, but number 1 here is 4. Number 2 is 1. Number 3 is 3. And number 4 is 2. Okay? So right now, the leader in the clubhouse is sample number 2. And we'll go from there. So I will be doing a This Week in Whiskey Tube thing. I got some things up, so I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go do this Week in Whiskey Tube. And hey, if anybody is interested and wants to come join, I have the ability to bring some people on. So more than happy to have you come on. We can hang out. We can talk about if you guys like the rye better than the bourbon or whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. So, you know, oh, look at the rye guy. So you picked up the Bernheim. Very nice. Very nice. Charles, I got the Bernheim as well. So I may or may not open this tonight. I had it up here on the bar. Want to try it? I love the Bernheim barrel proofs. When I first started in this wild and crazy adventure, it was late 2023 or later half of 2023, and I read about Elijah Craig, this and everything, and I had an Elijah Craig, just a regular 94 proof small batch, and I liked it. I love the flavor on it and everything like that. And I was probably one of those guys that the store owners don't like. I walked in and I said, "Hey, you got any of those Elijah Craig? I think what are they, the barrel proofs or something like that in it?" And Mike, hold on. What is this? Mike, West Virginia. Don't open it. It will drive Dave. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It'll drive him crazy. Yeah, he'll be all excited. What is John saying? No, I will get on live anytime you want. Yeah, John, I don't mind you coming on, buddy, but I don't know if anybody's ready for the John Shank laugh on the live. So let me know. I mean, appreciate you, John. More than happy to have you come on and everything like that. Get a few more people. Maybe we'll kind of open it up here and see who wants to hang out and that kind of stuff. Anybody new show up? Let me see. Hold on. Just kind of scrolling through. Don't want to miss anybody. Let's see anybody that I am. Oh, hold on. That's a new name. Cheers to you, Big Rick. Appreciate you joining. Thank you very much. Everyone, give him a very nice West Virginia bourbon guy welcome. So I'm gonna get these on the palate and then score that and then go back through nose, palate, and then judge a finish on these here. So it's gonna be, I mean, it's not scientific, right? And I'm starting in the same order. Okay. Oh, that right off the bat, you can definitely taste the proof. I mean, just a quick wow, right on the on your tongue, but kind of tapered off into a really nice finish, and everything like that. So yeah, that was good, very good. Righty. Oh, leader in the cool water. Alrighty. So, Big Rick, where do you hail from? I guess, how'd you find me? Would love to know. So, yeah, let us know in the chat. Appreciate you being here, man. All right. So on to number 2. Okay. I think I pretty much know what this is, but let's get on the palate. Wow. These are just so good. That rich, dark molasses, like real rich, I guess real burnt sugar caramel oak on that bad boy. That is, wow. That is freaking really good. Makes number 1 definitely behind. So I'm just gonna put, I don't know. Right now it looks like number 2 might win this thing, but who knows? So question, do you guys, I mean, I got to start doing more blinds because, I go through, pick a pour, pick some of this here, use only drams, pick my pour, that kind of stuff. I mean, do you guys do blind? I know Gandhi does blinds at home. He's the king of doing some blinds and all that kind of stuff. And just want to put it out there. Does anybody do blinds? So, William, I did try the 10-year Sagamore. It was after. Actually, it was towards the end of last year when it released. I was actually down at Sagamore for a Maryland Distillers Guild event, and they had the 10-year there, and I tried it, and it's good. It's still, I believe, those higher age statements are still they're still Indiana sourced, and everything like that. And I think there's some of their own no, wait, it's not, because they have a 10-year age statement. No. So it's all Indiana source. So it's all their from MGP and everything like that. So Mike, second pour, is that what you're having tonight, second pour, or are you trying to say that's my second pour? My rye single barrel is not from Carlos. I have I actually have one that's from Whiskey Row. So it was one of their single barrels that I was able to get. Nice. I tell you, the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof ryes, even just the regular shelf product, if it's not a pick, I mean, they're so readily available. They're not super expensive, and they're just bangers. I mean, and you can get some that are super high proof and everything. And if you really get into nerdism, you can go and look and try to find some of the ones that are on the Coy, based on the barrel house and everything, that may be Coy Hill. So this one's got a okay. Okay. That one's not as deep and rich as number 2, but that's got a lot of very similar notes, that darker molasses and that kind of stuff, and definitely you could tingling all over the front part of your tongue and everything like that. So definitely a higher proof. So put that in. Okay. We get to the last one here. So what's this here, Tracy? You said I could send you a flight to go through samples being incorrectly labeled. You are challenged to determine which one it is. I mean, Tracy, the last samples you sent to me and to BTM, they were phenomenal. So if you feel so inclined, I'm more than gracious to accept and come and do the stuff. But we talked about this last night. You got to come on and do behind the shelf. You don't have to put your camera on yourself. Just put your camera on your bottles. But I think everybody would love to see what the Silly Yorkie has, right? Oh, man. Ooh, this has got some real rich vanilla caramel, some dark fruit. Oh, man. Yeah. That is good. Wow. I have a funny feeling this is not a very fair competition tonight. I'm going to tell you that. Well, for those keeping score at home, basically the scores on the palate were identical to the nose. So number 1 was 4. Number 2 was 1. Number 3 was 3. Number 4 was number 2. So I might even have to get to the finish because it really, well, we'll see. I mean, the finish on number 4 was really good. I still got it there. All right. So let me go back to number 1. And to be fair, I've only had, I think, the 13th Colony bourbon. This is the first time I've ever had 13th Colony bourbon. So if this is the 13th Colony bourbon, it's not bad, but in a lineup with these other ones, it's just, to me, it's not there. and 13th County. These are all MGP source, and I don't know. I was trying to look it up. I couldn't find much information. Maybe some of you guys can put it in the chat if you know. I don't know what the mash bill is on the 13th County bourbon or the rye. I'm assuming the rye it could be a 95.5, but I'm not 100% positive from MGP. But if somebody knows, put it in the chat so we all know. That would be awesome. It's one thing about this bourbon community. Everybody helps everybody out. So, hey, Ernest, appreciate you being here. Cheers to you, man. Hopefully, are you making it this year for the 21090 event? Hopefully we can share a few pours again. It was a blast meeting you last year and hanging out. All right, let's get there on the one more time through. So now this one, this is the number one sample here. So I'm getting a little like a butterscotch note now. Kind of very faint, like vanilla butterscotch caramel. Like a very, so I'm not a thin guy, but I'm a former fat kid, right? And growing up, I loved sweets. I loved desserts. Being an Italian, I mean, there was always something going on. And my grandmother used to have those caramel candies that the center had the white in it. Oh my God. I would pop those things and pop, 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 pop. My grandmother yelled at me, don't eat too much of those. You're gonna get sick. You're gonna have diabetes and all. So my kids eat cow tails. I guess that's the new thing now. Very, very similar taste. That's a very, very faint, that kind of a note I'm getting on here. Oh, look at Miss Sandy Jones. I tell you. Now, Sandy, you know something? Maybe I didn't do a good enough job. So, saying the website says 70% corn, 21 rye, and 19 malted barley. Okay. Cool. William, Penelope, one of the few that do bourbon better than rye. Yeah, I think some people would argue Penelope maybe does light whiskey better than they do bourbon or rye. So I know a lot of people enjoy the Penelope light whiskeys that are out there. So this is good. I wouldn't be upset having a pour of this and enjoying it, but compared to these other three, number one is still probably, it will finish in last place. So at least in this thing tonight. So all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to number 4. Actually, I'm going to go to number 3 first. So this is the one that's kind of in third place, but that one's definitely, I mean, I would say it's a rye. That's going to be my guess. It's got a real good start to the palate and then kind of fades off. So it doesn't last a whole long period of time and everything like that. So Gerald, I think Gerald thought he was going to text somebody, but, Gandy. Gandy, what are you doing, buddy? You're still taking your nap. You had too much old Rick today. That could be the problem. Okay, that's going to stay kind of right where it is. All right, so let's see. 2. Nope. All right, well, I'm not even going to bother finishing the scoring because number 2 is going to be the top dog this evening. It has 2 top scores, and even if this gets a gets a 2 on this one here, it's still not going to have, it'll still have less points than number 4. And again, this was probably not the best blind as far as comparisons go and everything like that. You know, oops, let's see what we got here. I was like, damn, if you got whiskey, I'm on the way. There you go. Probably talking to Gandhi. So yeah, Matt, Matthew, ryes are getting more popular. And, you know, when I started all this stuff, the last thing I wanted to do was drink a rye whiskey, right? I had this preconceived notion in my mind and reading stuff, hearing everybody talk about, oh, the rye spice, it's peppery, it's spicy, this, that, it's fire proof and everything. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, why do I want to drink something that's peppery, that's going to be spicy and going to burn my mouth? I said, I don't want to drink any of that kind of stuff. So I shied away. And I'm like, what's easier to drink? Well, what's a better mash bill? And wheated bourbon is kind of the one that came up. So I started really, a lot of my first bottles that I purchased, like that Bernheim barrel proof, those were all wheated bourbons or wheated whiskeys. And I was down that path for a long time. And then you start getting a little bit more nerdy, you start researching a little bit more and all this other stuff. And then I realized one of the first bottles I really enjoyed before I was even really into bourbon was a Four Roses. And Four Roses is a high rye mash bill. So I'm like, wow, maybe I do like ryes. And started exploring a little bit. And I think the very first rye whiskey I ever got was it was a Rittenhouse. So Rittenhouse bottled in bond. And I enjoyed it. I got it. It was in the summertime. And I was like kind of one of the bottles I sipped on a lot during the summer. We had a pool back then, and I would go in the pool and float around and have something. And it was just very, very light, very, very just wasn't anything dark or weighting you down or anything. And I was like, okay. And now I have tons of ryes, man. It's crazy that how much rye whiskey that I really enjoy and everything like that. And going back, 3 or so years ago, I never would have thought I would be a fan of rye whiskey. And, I know Rye Guy saying, welcome to the dark side. Yeah. So, I mean, I think ryes, finished whiskey, ryes, I think hold up way, way better than, say, a lot of bourbons do when it comes to finishes and that kind of stuff. And, it's good. I'm a fan of the 95.5 MGP stuff. I mean, Tumble and Dice, Proof and Wood, probably some of my favorites. I have a couple of bottles from Baltimore Spirits, which does a Maryland style rye whiskey. It's all rye, 100% rye. There's nothing else in there. It's a malted rye and then rye. And, some of those bottles are phenomenal. And their stuff is getting older as far as age statements and everything like that. And even Sagamore is good. I mean, last year, I think it was in my intro. First live I ever did was Gandhi and Dave, and we were sipping on and cracking the Sagamore High Rye Bourbon. So, yeah. Number 2 is going to be the winner. And I would say number 4 is in second place, but not by much. So number 2 has a total of 3 points. Number 4 has a total of 12 points. So that was a distant 4th place. Number 3 has a total of 9 points. And number 4 has a total of 6. So number 4 is second. Number 1. So if I'm going to guess, number one is going to be the 13th Colony Bourbon. Oh, yep, 13th Colony Bourbon. That's sample number two. So, and again, looking at it, it's probably the lightest one in the glass, which is surprising because I've seen some 13th Colony, especially the 13th Colony Rise, that are super. I mean, what is it? The double oaks are super dark and everything like that. This one here is actually a little light, so it's good, but against these other three, it doesn't necessarily hold up very well. All right, so coming in third place is number 3, and I'm going to guess this is going to be the Cask Strength Rye from 13th Colony. And yep, this is sample number 4, which is the rye from 13th Colony. So 2 Jack Daniels came in first. So number 3, that's the whiskey. So this one here is that's this bottle here. So this is from S&W Liquors. This is a local store in Maryland, Southern Maryland. And this is, I know everyone's going to ask, it's 131.9 proof, single barrel proof, and it is Barrel House 305. And unfortunately, I do not have the side of the label, got a little scratched up, and I don't have the barrel number or barrel information, but this was done by S&W, and this is really good pour. Kind of a higher proof for a bourbon, and then obviously the rye finished number 1, and that one, it's kind of funny because I didn't realize how these things were being poured up. So this is a single barrel from Whiskey Row, and this is 135.5 proof, single barrel proof rye. All right. And this is Barrel House 106, which I'm not sure. I saw everybody talking about the Coy Hill stuff before. I don't know if that is in there, but it was bottled in 9/30/24. And this is, so David and Jamie, they were Whiskey Row. So this was supposed to be, man, the myth, the legend, their tater sticker and everything like that. So yeah, this is a really good bottle. Very, very good. So there's the blind. I kind of figured it was going to go this way. I didn't think the 13th Colonies had enough to beat out. I mean, those are single barrels, the Jack Daniels, so it's kind of a little bit of an unfair fight. So I don't know. You guys tell me. Okay, 8-13. Thanks, William. Appreciate it. Yeah. So I've seen a ton of Coy Hills of barrel proof ryes in the Virginia ABC recently that are 109. Right. Yeah. So I know that would be in that range and everything like that. So yeah. Cool. All righty. So let me kind of talk a little bit about some stuff. So, and again, this week in Whiskey Tube, I've been playing around trying to get kind of a song or something produced that would kind of make sense or be good, and I just haven't gotten anything that's been something that I would want to listen to. And if I don't want to listen to it, I'm not going to put it out for you guys to listen to. So, but this week here, not a whole lot going on. I know SLB is still doing their Bourbon Madness thing. It seems like a lot of people are kind of taking advantage of and doing stuff with regards to March Madness and kind of doing brackets and doing different things and everything like that. But so Scott, I'm not sure if you're still here. So I was using Grok and Gemini, and kind of just did a prompt and try to find some stuff. And one of the things that came up said, Artfully Bourbon reflected on lessons from running a bourbon channel on March 17th. And that was a very good video. You guys were talking about the stuff, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, yep, I hear all that. And I still made the decision to hit the red button and start doing this stuff. So it's fun right now. See what happens as we go along. But I'm trying to figure out a way that's going to be automate this stuff. I do want to get it where I'm able to pull clips and put different things in, but it's a lot of effort. And this week was just not something that I was able to do just work wise and everything like that. So, Thursday freaking kicked my teeth in. I drove about let's see, I had a 2.5 hour commute to get down into part of my sales territory, the most southern part of it. I was down in Fishersville and Harrisonburg, Virginia, which is down there, JMU. And it's about a 2-hour ride for me to get down there. And I was down there all day and then drove 2 hours back. So 4 hours just commuting in the car, plus all the time that I was down there. It was a long day, and then a long evening hanging out with Mark and everybody and everything like that. So, yep, don't want to do that again. So, let's see here. They talk about just some of the releases and different things that are coming up. But I do have, like I said, I do want to start at least highlighting and talking about and sharing some channels that are out there and everything like that. So actually, my buddy Gandhi sent this one over to me, and then this was a channel, I think that hey Chris, appreciate you being here. Cheers to you. So Ross L had sent this over to him, and I guess he's been watching this here. So I watched, Andy sent this over to me later on this afternoon. So I kind of skipped through a couple of their videos. They seem pretty new channel. They have let me pull it up here. Just share this here. So, all right, let me pull that in and I'm gonna add it to the stage. So this is the Dusty Lampshade Whiskey Review. So it looks like a husband and wife, and they don't do so this is when I go to a channel for the first time, the first thing I do is go to their oldest video, which is from 2 weeks ago. So they talk about the Penelope Light Whiskey. And in this video, they didn't introduce themselves, who they are, and in the comments, someone had asked a question. So, go check them out, see if you enjoy watching their content, and go from there. It was pretty, listening to her talk about the Penelope Light Whiskey and some of the notes they were getting was pretty cool. So she's, women are always better at that than men, right? I'm a firm believer in that. Ladies that definitely have more interesting stuff with regards to their palate and everything like that. So let me pull this one up. And so this here is a channel that I stumbled on a while back. So guy's name is Jim. I think he's up in I didn't say anything. So he's up in the New Jersey, Philadelphia area. And he did a lot of hunt videos early on. So talked about a bunch of different stuff, but then he did tons and tons of hunt videos up in the Philly, New Jersey area and everything like that. But he's got a growing channel. He's got more subscribers than I do. So kudos to him and everything. So he's got 192 videos out there. Seems like a pretty cool guy. I'm trying to reach out to him to see maybe if he'd be interested in coming on the show, talking about some stuff, and then maybe doing a beyond the shelf of what he's got in his selection and everything like that. That's the ultimate goal, is trying to get other content creators maybe to come on. And then obviously you guys, as far as viewers and everything like that, come on and we'll check out your what you have, oogle and over some of the stuff you guys have in your selection and go from there. So, and then the last one. So this is one, and again, I don't know how my algorithm works, but this is a fairly new channel as well. He's got 172 subscribers. It's Frank's Whiskey Talk. So I've watched a couple of his videos. Seems like a pretty cool dude. Talks about a bunch of different stuff. He more than just bourbon. So it looks like he does do some scotches and some world whiskeys and that kind of stuff. But definitely has a lot of shorts and things that are out there from that perspective. So those are a couple of the channels that wanted to highlight in the whole whiskey tube type of a thing. And again, I'm trying to get this thing developed and get it a little bit better. So I may or may not do this every week. It's just sometimes it's just having time during the week. And this week here, normally Thursday nights when I'm watching Charlie's stream, I usually have Charlie's stream up on one of my monitors. And then in the other monitor, I'm kind of trying to do research, do stuff, get stuff ready for Saturday. And I try to do it on a Thursday. This way I'm not going crazy on a Saturday. And just happened Thursday was up really late. Friday was like a zombie. And then we hung out last night, and I really didn't even drink as much as I normally would have and that kind of stuff. And then obviously today was out my buddy's Christmas tree farm, and the sun and everything like that. And it just was one of those days where you didn't feel like really doing much of anything. But as I say, the show must go on. And let me add myself back to the stage. There we go. There we go. All right. Whew. Yeah. All right. Well, what is everybody enjoying? So, what are you sharing there, Gandy? Do I need to click on it and pull this thing up? Let me see if I can get to the... Oops. Hold on. Oop, there we go. What is this one? Oh, never mind. All right. Thank you, Gandy. You're sharing the channel. Appreciate you, buddy. I just clicked on the thing, and it was was Frank's channel. So appreciate that. Thanks, Gandy. Alrighty. So let's see here. Where is... If I can do this or not. I don't know if this is the right one. It is. Okay. So that is the link if you want to come on. I can only have a few people because I used the free version. We can talk about a couple of things. If you don't, no big deal. And we'll go from there. But so let's see. A second here. I'm just trying to clean up all the crap that I have open on this thing and everything like that. So again, these were the samples that I went through. I don't have the 13th colony. They're kind of over there on my other table. They take up so much freaking room on the shelf and everything like that. So, and then did we figure out? I have not been keeping up with the scoring, but what the bonus pour was going to be, or what we were going to do, or anything like that. Brenstrom, if you're still here, I'd appreciate if you can just fill me in or give me an inkling so I know what I'm going to be pouring up. Bonus pour number Sagamore. Okay, perfect. Sagamore. Actually, let me grab this thing. So this is a oops. Grab the right blend. Alrighty. So this is a barrel select pick that Bourbon Hunter and Bourbon Judge did. It's a 9-year 110 proof straight rye whiskey. And this is aged, let's see here, distilled in Indiana, bottled by Cask. So this is still the MGP source. And for a rye and Sagamore, it's got some pretty decent color to it. This is a good pour. So you guys will be happy with getting this and everything. And I think I did a review on this. I can't remember. I don't know if I published it. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't actually. I think I did do a review on this, but I haven't edited the video yet. Man. So this has got you get the rye on the nose. You know it's a rye, but it's not that. Again, I always talk about it. I don't like that grassy, minty, like grass feely type of rye taste. That like kind of mint and everything like that. This does not have that. This has. It's very. You definitely get a lot of like almost like a bourbon type notes where it's a burnt sugar. It's a little bit of that molasses kind of fig type of a note, and maybe a little bit of kind of a citrusy type note in there, and everything like that. Oops, damn! I just realized I had Gandy's thing. Ooh. Let's see. Be honored to show Vault, just trying to think how to make it palatable from a small apartment, aesthetic wise. Hey, William, you know something? If you're willing and ready, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm in an unfinished basement, dude, and I have this little corner that has wood on it, and that's it. So everybody has a different setup. There's a rumor that Mr. Vogelsang is cleaning the vault. And for those of you who are into Whiskey Tube and everything like that, I mean, Dave is the king, the sample king. And he said he would do it, but he's got to straighten up and get things organized. So I'm letting him go, let him do what he needs to do. But that's going to be one that we are gonna pump and publicize, because I would love to see the vault. I remember he jumped on. He was on something one time. We were on a backstage, and he took his phone downstairs, and I'm like, oh my god, that's where Vogelsang keeps all his stuff. So I'm excited for it. Hopefully he's able to do it, and we'll see what happens. But William, so hit me up. It's wvbourbonguy@gmail.com. Let me know, we can kind of coordinate over email, figure it out. And would love to have you come on, and we can check out your selection, your collection, your inventory. I mean, whatever you guys call it. I call mine as more of a selection than anything, but oh man, yeah. This has got rich, dark molasses on it. That's what I get. Just a real, oh man, dark fruit, molasses, caramel, and oak, and it is good. I mean, I've never had a bad pick from Marcus and everything like that. Hey, what's going on, Todd? Appreciate you being on. Cheers to you. So, Todd, we were just talking about on the shelf. So it's a little segment I've been doing where we go in and we check out what you have, what you got in your bunker, so we'd love to have you come on and do a little. Because all we see is your studio there with your microphones, and it looks like you got a DJ stand and a couple of bottles behind you. But I know you got a lot more than that. And Mr. Vogelsang is going to be doing his hopefully soon, so we'll see what happens. But hey, would love to have you come on and do that. So this would be the bonus pour. That is very good. You guys will be happy to get that one and everything. So. I forgot. I haven't been on that one in a while, and that's just got unbelievable flavor in it. Whew, man, that is good. Really, really good. It doesn't drink like a bourbon. You know what I mean? I know I've had the Sagamore, was it the Double Oak? That's probably one of the best ones then that is out there. If you're a bourbon drinker and want to get into ryes, that's a good one to go to. Very, very good. So alrighty. Let's see here. Yes, Chris Barlow, very, very similar. So my whole concept on this thing was, you know, I grew up watching MTV. I mean, I was born in the 60s, raised in the 70s, but grew up in the 80s, right? So, I mean, best era for music, 70s and 80s, as far as I'm concerned, even into the early 90s when I was in college and everything. So it was MTV Cribs used to be the thing, but I did not want to call it Cribs. I know MTV's not around anymore, but I didn't want to have any issues with copyrights or any of that kind of stuff. So I came up with the whole moniker Beyond the Shelf. So check out what you have. Would love to explore, get deep down, see what's going on. I did my first episode that I did here on Saturdays. If you guys haven't seen that, go back and watch the replay. And then last week, Charlie did his from Bourbon and Balls. So we're going to keep this going, see what happens. So this week, take a little bit of a break from that. I know it's hard and everything. You can't join on the Saturday night. I'm more than happy to hook up with somebody or link with somebody over a weekend or, over a weeknight and record it and then just play the recording on a Saturday. So whatever works best for people's schedules, just hit me up, man. It'd be great. So, all right. So let me see where we at time-wise here. All right. Still pretty good. Whew, man. So I've been trying not to buy too many bottles, just trying to be budgeting and everything like that. But there's a lot of good stuff that has been dropping and everything like that. And went into the Virginia ABC the other day, and one of the stores I always visit up there in Winchester. And Jesse, who's the store manager there, goes to me. He goes, "Hey, got the new Bernheim in." I said, "What, the barrel proof?" He goes, No. The anniversary one, the 20th anniversary. I said, "Really?" I said, "Okay." So I saw it a couple of days earlier in Maryland, but they wanted some ridiculous money for it. So I was like, I don't need it that bad. But in Virginia ABC, everything is MSRP. So I'm like, oh. He goes, "Yeah, you got a case, only 6 bottles." I said, have you tried it yet?" He goes, "Nope." He goes, "I'm taking one home tonight though." So I was like, okay. And I'm like, oh God, all right. And I ended up walking out with the bottle. So I do have that there. I was gonna get a review done on it, but we'll get a little sip on this thing. From what I hear now, I love the Bernheim barrel proofs, and Jesse had said this is better or as good or very close to some of the barrel proofs. So this is small batch whiskey, limited edition. It is 115 proof. So it's 10-year age stated. And I don't know, one Bernheim I have is kind of buried underneath my shelf, and I'm not going diving down to pull that out right now. And I'm not sure what the age statement on those usually are. So I think they're maybe 7-8 years. I don't know if they're any close to or pushing 10-year, but this one here is a 10-year. So let me grab oops, not that one. Actually, I will get that one. It's a weeded whiskey. I'll use the old Maker's Mark bourbon trail glass. So let me see if I'm going to struggle getting this thing open. It's got a good tab on it, but you know, this wax shit. And of course it's not going to open. All right. Let's see here. That's all I need. Cutting my finger open on a live stream. I should have done this before I hit the red button, but let's see. Oh, look at that. Very, very reminiscent of Knob Creek wax, but it's not as Knob Creek wax kind of splinters and falls apart. It's like it's dry, but let's see what we got here. Ooh, very nice. And a real cork. Alrighty. Now, normally I do not do reviews of bottles on Fresh Cracks. I like to get them down to here before I do anything as far as a review goes. But let's get this poured up. See if I can get some sound here. Oh, no. Good. No, good. Alrighty. Alrighty. Maybe if you're nice, I'll include this in the sample pack as well. Let's see how it tastes first. Wow, surprising. There is zero ethanol in this. Man. Okay. And I don't know. Let me see. See if I can do a quick Googles here. Do they have the mash bill on it? Let me see. Nope, they do not. All right, let me just give me 1 second here. Okay. Okay, so this is a very, yep, very, very similar to the regular Bernheim stuff. So it's 51% wheat, 37% corn, and 12% malted barley. So very nice. Man, it's got a very, very good nose. It's just a lot of baking spice, a little bit of caramel, tons of baking spice. All right. Man, yep. Ooh. That's good. Caramel, baking spice. Definitely got a little bit of a hug from the proof. It's 115. Man, that is good. Wow. That is very, very, very tasty. It was kind of funny because I was in the Virginia ABC when my buddy told me about the this being in the store, and I'm going back and forth. Do I need another bottle? Do I need another bottle? Do I want to buy another bottle? And then I phoned a friend. So called Dave Vogelsang, and I said, hey. He goes, hey, Mike. I said, what's going on, Dave? I said, I'm in the Virginia ABC. And he goes, all right, what do you got? I said, well, they got the new Bernheim. You know, of course, Dave already has it. And he said he loved it. And Dave's a weeder guy, loves his weeded whiskey. And I said, all right, well, it's Dave Vogelsang endorsed. Dave Vogelsang said it's a very good. So I guess I'm going to buy it. So that's what I did. So glad I have it. Very, very good. And Dave, yes, look, I opened the bottle. I know he loves to monitor and police what I have or don't have on my shelf and everything like that, you know. So anyhow, I know I've been hearing the ding ding dings going on my phone over here. So let's see, I want to start getting some of everybody's names in this thing. Ooh, you know something? That's what I did not. Bear with me 1 second here. I thought I had. That's the one thing I didn't open up today when I got everything, when I got logged in here. Was the old duck tool and everything like that. So, alrighty, let me see. I'll keep this over here. So, and apologize for me looking sideways, but I got my second monitor over here, and you know, unlike some big time content creators, I don't have an assistant. So, I'm gonna try to do this as easy and quickly as possible so we can get together and hang out backstage and make fun of each other and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's see here. Alrighty. Thank you, Charlie. I got your text, and I was gonna, let me go to that first. Hold on 1 second. Damn it. There we go. Righty. Righty. Let me start getting the names in here. Man, hold on 1 second. Alrighty. So, I guess, did anybody in Kentucky or near Kentucky or that kind of stuff, did anybody score a Heaven Hill 22 year? I think it was dropping today. I don't know. Been seeing a lot of pictures on the Book of Faces and all that kind of stuff, different groups on Instagram, a bunch of different people. Looks like they were there, and wasn't sure. I mean, was it 300 something dollars? I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. You know, too much for me. Dennis, appreciate you being here. I don't know if you popped in. I didn't say hello. I got your PayPal, buddy. Thank you very much. And let's see here. So, in this area, well, I guess supposedly the Jack Daniels are supposed to be dropping. I know in Virginia, it's like it'll be like a zoo. You know, last year there were fights. I think one place had to call the cops. It was just it's a bottle of whiskey. I mean, come on. Some people get a little crazy, but you know, which is, I don't understand it, but that's just the way it is. So, I had a sample. I think last year I got a sample of a 10-year. I think Dollar Bill Will sent me a sample of a 10-year. And maybe Vogel's saying, and I did get a 12-year sample, I think, from Dave. But oh, hey, look at this. The man. What's up, Dennis? Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yep, now I can hear you. If everybody can hear Dennis, just put a 1 in the chat. I believe I can. Can you hear me okay, Dennis? Hey, Dennis, can you hear me? Nope. Oh, okay. All right. Well, Dennis, I can hear it. Did you freeze? I don't know if you froze or not. Oh, I think he might have. I'm gonna bounce him out. Oop, there he is. Oh, he's moving again. There you go. Can you hear me okay, Dennis? The wonders of live streaming. Hey, I heard you, and so did everyone else. Hopefully people could still hear me. But talk again, Dennis, to make sure we working on my sound. Okay. No problem, buddy. Appreciate you jumping on, Dennis. Hopefully you're doing well this evening. And for those of you keeping track, I know I didn't have this in my my whiskey tube segment, but we're going to keep a ticker. And I think this week, Mr. Vogelsang won on Bourbon Hall's channel. I think he won something on BTM's channel. And then I think he won something on Bourbon and Balls the other night, or was he one night he won something else. So just keeping track. There's 3 wins tonight for this week so far for Mr. Dave Vogelsang. So he said he never wins, but I guess he's won a few times. So Dennis, they're saying you need a headset. I know you normally have a headset on when you jump on, so I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. But we'll let you keep going with it, and we'll go from there. Let's see here. All right. So Gerald, I'm not sure what you sent to me, but go back if you can go back and just double check it. I know you put a message in there, so I'm not sure what you're saying. So just double check your Venmo there. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, I finally got my sound working. If you could hear me,
there you go. All right, I can hear you now. How you doing?
Not too bad, you.
I'm doing okay. Doing okay. So I am trying to talk and type at the same time, and sometimes that is easier said than done.
That's why I jumped on to see if I could give you a hand, keep people.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And no
hey,
Sandy
Mark. Cheers to you, Mr. Oops, where is he at? Cheers, Mark. So just so you know, I was messed up Friday and most of today from hanging out with you on Thursday night, but I had a good time. Cheers. And I saw Poor Decisions pairing. Cheers to you. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate it. So, oh shoot, you know something I didn't do? My goodness gracious. Yeah, that should have been scrolling the whole time. I'm a knucklehead, you know? Whatever. Okay. So, yeah, and Poor Decisions pairing. Congratulations to you guys. I think you guys won your competition last week in Doc's couples thing that he's doing. So congratulations to you guys. I think I was on watching it, and then at the end there, I don't know, you had storms rolling through. So hopefully nothing happened, or you guys are safe and no property damage or anything like that. So I had that happen on my first stream. I'm sitting here and I heard a ginormous bang of thunder, and next thing you know, boom, I was like, what the hell just happened? Everything was frozen, and I'm like, whoops. The lights were still on, so I didn't lose that power, but it knocked my internet out. So Charlie texts me. He goes, "Dude, you just went dark. What happened?" I said, "I think the internet's out. Let me go reset everything." So I had to run upstairs and try to reset everything. I don't know how long I was gone for, but thank God it reset, and we're good to go. So Gerald, let me know. Was it two? Okay, I got you now. All right. Yep. I kind of I always wanted to make sure and didn't understand. That's why I wanted to ask. Appreciate it, Gerald. Okay. All righty. Cool. We got everybody in there, and an hour and 36 in, which is good. We're still on time for everything. We'll get the meats a little early this evening, which will be fun. Oops, hold on one second. Let me see here.
And to respond to you, Sandy, no, I did not get a haircut. I'm just not wearing my headphones.
Oh, okay.
I got earbuds.
You're not wearing your headphones because you got the haircut?
No, I didn't get a haircut. It just looked like I had more hair before because I had headphones on.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So I went out and got earbuds.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I'm gonna need them for vacation the first week of April.
Okay, that's right. You're Hawaii, right?
Yep.
Nice. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
While I'm there, I'll get to go to my first distillery ever.
Wait, in Hawaii? What distilleries out there?
There's a veteran-owned distillery.
It is?
They do a whiskey called Old Pally Road.
Okay.
Veteran-owned.
That's cool.
So,
Dennis, are you a veteran?
I am not.
You're not. Okay, I wasn't sure.
No, I'm support because of how many family members that I've had. And
I know you're always on marks and doing stuff and everything, so I wasn't sure if you were also a vet or not.
No, just had a bunch of family members and friends, and
Okay.
I tried to get in, and my knees were too bad. I couldn't pass a physical.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I know. I try to the Saturdays usually I try to, when Mark does his stream, stay up and everything like that. We actually did it. So the last one he did, we did is we hung out in my meets, but then everybody logged into Mark's stream on their own. Right. So it was always better that way. This way we have a conversation, we listen to the stream, we talk about what he's talking about. I had it going on within the meets and everything like that, which worked out pretty well. So, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I like to get on screen just to show my support.
No, I appreciate it. Well, I'm glad to hear there was no damage. Yeah. I thought I was done for that. And I'm like, I was just getting ready to start to do a duck race, and I was starting to get everything squared away. And that's when my internet went out that night on my thing. I'm like, oh my God. And it was terrible. So, so Mark's saying give them his email. I don't really, does he know that veteran distillery out there?
Yeah, I've talked to him before.
Okay. All right.
I plan on taking his info to them.
Okay. Maybe he's talking to something else. Let's see. So William's saying whiskey is cheap in Hawaii, especially Scotch. So nice.
I might be sending bottles home. You never know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Do you have a pirate ship account?
I do not.
Oh, you should sign up for one. You may be able to ship stuff, and it offers a little bit of a discount for over standard UPS and that kind of stuff. So, You just have to get the packing materials and all that kind of fun stuff. So,
Right.
but you know what I mean?
I might just do
Man.
it a little more expensive and get it like shipped from wherever I buy it, just
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm on vacation. I don't want to
So
go around
winds
stores
are
and shit.
hitting
Holy
between. Ooh,
shit.
man, that is that today? Oh my goodness. That's like like small hurricane force winds, that stuff, man. Uh
Jeez.
let's see. Did any no Corey, no, nobody got selected to go live to the show their whiskey selection. Not tonight, buddy. We were kind of everyone was just not ready to do that. So I think I've been in negotiations with Mr. Keith Glandon, talking to his people, and my people are talking to his people. We're trying to figure that out for next week, possibly. We'll see what happens there. And Corey, you're more than welcome. Hey, man, would love to see what you got out there in the Pacific Northwest, right? So that would be cool.
It'd be cool to see
Ooh,
Troy and Laura's
my goodness
selection as
gracious!
well.
Everyone's talking about the weather today. Man, you still have a foot plus. Oh my God! I was out in pretty much. I could have wore a short sleeve shirt today, but I chose to wear like a long sleeve T-shirt to stay away from the sun and not get totally burnt because it was hot today. We are out planting Christmas trees at my buddy's Christmas tree farm. So, all right, let me see if I can. I thought I had this added to the stage, but let me get this added here and share. Make this full screen. There we go. Alrighty. So for this evening, appreciate everybody who is, thank everybody who's here. I truly appreciate it. It is 100% humbling and everything like that. That all you people would choose to come hang out on a Saturday night, and we definitely do appreciate it. Before I get ready to do this, let me just do one quick thing here and copy that. At least I didn't have to create it this week. I already had it created. So one of you guys that are mods, if you can just pin that, that would be appreciative. That's the Google Meets for later. And give me a couple seconds because as I got to shut this whole thing down. So when you go to the meets, just hang out for a little bit and then oh, Rye Guy, yes, I forgot. Thank you very much. I was going to go through everything and I totally forgot. There you go. You're on there. All right, let me get through this here. So Charlie, knocked you down for 2. Thank you. Gandy for 1. Dennis for 2. Those are all my PayPal people. Let's see. Okay, so all right, everyone 1 second. Dennis, let me get over here. I gotta pin this real quick. All right, I think that worked. Hopefully. And let's see. So I got Dennis for 2. Charles, I got you for 2 plus you're free. Dave, I got you for 4. Tracy's in there for 2. Sandy for 1. Gerald's for 2, and Brandon is for 2. And Brandon, I believe you're the not the better half, but the other half of the Poor Decisions group, if I'm not mistaken. So appreciate you doing that. All righty. So let me. I pinned it, Gandy. I think I did. So hopefully it did pin. All right. So that is done. I'm going to go 107 like I normally do. And we're going to set. And we want to Do that. Okay. And I'm going to just do 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, everybody. Here we go. So Dennis, if you win this tonight, what oh, he jumped off. Okay. I thought he was still here. I was going to ask him what he was going to be excited about sipping on if he won the samples. So, all right. Well, appreciate everybody for joining. Everybody who grabbed a duck, appreciate that. And we'll be doing this again next week. So look for the hashtag to start the stream to win a free duck, and we're going to go from here. And I have a bad feeling I know who's going to win this because I see his duck starting to mosey on up here. Here he goes. He never wins. Oh, shocker, shocker, shocker. So I've been doing this now for a not a very long time, somewhat long time, right? And Mr. Vogelsang has won on my stream. I think this is the 3rd time that he's won. So we shall, I don't know, man. I got to add Saturday to the Vogelsang wins for the week. I tell you, man, unbelievable Mr. Vogelsang. So I will put this in with your other samples that I'll be sending to you because I got my the other things I got to send over to you anyway. So you'll be receiving that hopefully in the next week or so. So appreciate everybody who has come and hung out, and appreciate everybody who subscribed to the channel. If you're new, thank you for being here. Truly blessed and happy you were able to join. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. Appreciate it. Just having a good old time. Like I said, I'm just some dude who spends too much money on whiskey and bourbon and just likes to talk about it. So I do appreciate everybody joining and coming on and hanging out. So now we're gonna go have some fun where all the action and the craziness happens. You can all meet Mr. John Shanks. Probably he'll be back there and laughing his ass off and everything. So appreciate everybody for joining. And as I end everything, this is the West Virginia Bourbon Guy reminding you that pours are always best when they're shared with friends. Cheers, everybody. Till next week. Thank you for joining. I will see you in meets very soon. Cheers.